Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. And today, what I want to talk about with everyone is Samsung's launch of their new FE series lineup for 2023. As always, I'm going to have all the links down below in the video description, and I'll have affiliated links down below in the video description as well. If you get the product from the affiliated links, I do get a small percentage of kickback that I do put back into the channel so I can keep bringing you guys and gals content at no additional cost to you guys and gals. But let's talk about this, and this video in particular will not drop until all the products that we talk about in this video are available for purchase to the public. All right, so let's talk about this. Let me give my opinions. Right, so Samsung, y'all wrong for this one. Literally before Google's event, Samsung low-key quietly unveils their whole 2023 FE lineup. So what did they unveil? They unveiled the new Samsung Galaxy S23 FE smartphone, the new Samsung Galaxy Buds FE, and the new Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE and S9 FE Plus. And we're going to talk about all of it today in today's video. And whoo-wee! The pricing on this one, we're going to get the price out of the way up front. The pricing on this one is nice, right? So starting off with the phone, we're going to dive into all the specs and all that good stuff as we go throughout the video. But let's get the pricing out the way, and then we're going to dive into it, and let me give you my thoughts. So starting out with the phone, the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE is starting out at a price of $599. $600, and it will go up depending on storage options. So in particular, we have two storage options, right? We got an 8 128 and we got an 8 256, similar to the storage options that they have for the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G, which comes in a 6 128 and an 8 256. In particular, with the S20 FE, you have an 8 128 and an 8 256 storage option. Again, no micro SD card expansion, no headphone jack, but that's the pricing, right? And then we have the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE coming in at a price of $100. Then we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE at a starting price of $450. And then we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus coming in at a starting price $100 more at $550. Did y'all hear that pricing? So Samsung has effectively given you a product at every price point, now with the Buds ranging from $100 all the way up to their flagship lineup, which is like what, starting at $1,200. So Samsung literally has a device and a product at every price point Samsung killing the game. And I say they wrong because they literally low-key dropped their products while another company, Google, was dropping their products. So wrong. And their device, in particular, lines up well with the baseline Google Pixel 8. It stacks up extremely well with the Pixel 8. Alright? Now, let's dive into the specifications. I know that's what everyone's here for. Let's do this. Let's go. So let's pull this up. Alright? So here we have the phone and the two tablets. Let's start off with the phone first. And y'all thought I was playing. Look at this. Announcement date, October 4th, 2023. Literally, at the same time Google was doing their Pixel event, Samsung was like, release it. And they dropped the FE series for 2023. Like, mic drop. They might have just literally killed Google's whole announcement. Who knows? But let's talk about the phone first. So in particular with the phone, it has an aluminum mid-frame and unibody with Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and Gorilla Glass 5 on the back. Now, the international variant will still have a physical SIM, and so too will the US variant, but the US variant, along with the international variant, will also incorporate the eSIM or digital SIM. Alright? But there is no micro SD card expansion on the new FE series for 2023. Okay? Sadly, it's not here. Alright? But it does come with an IP rating, IP68 rating, so it is waterproof up to a meter of water for 30 minutes. Alright? And it is coming with Samsung's beautiful Super AMOLED, Dynamic AMOLED 2X display, and it is coming at a variable refresh rate. So it refreshes between 60 and 120 hertz. Now, that means nothing to me because I honestly can't see the differences in high refresh rates, and I've tested out a few phones with high refresh rates, and I honestly can't see the difference. Okay, it is an HDR10 Plus display with a peak brightness of 1450 nits. All right, now Google does have them beat on the peak brightness for the Pixel 8, because the Pixel 8 has a peak brightness of 2000 nits, but Samsung displays have always been really, really good, and with all the Samsung devices that I've tested, I've never had an issue seeing them outdoors. So I feel like that 1450 nit brightness should be perfect for outdoor visibility, especially where I'm located, right? And then alongside that, they are packing Android 13 with One UI 5.1. This is going to be upgradable to Android 14 with the One UI 6. All right. And Samsung is still offering the 4 years of OS updates and the 5 years of security patches. So this device should serve us well for a long time to come. Now, Google does have them beat, because Google, with their new lineup, now officially offers support rivaling Apple with up to 7 years of support, whereas Apple covers their devices for 6 to 7 years, depending on device. All right, so Google does have them beat there in peak brightness and software support, but Samsung is offering a really solid device right here. Now, unfortunately, and this was the sad part, they are splitting their processors again this year. So anywhere else except for the States, you're going to be using the Exynos 2200 processor. Okay. And in the States, we're going to be using the old but good Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 flagship processor. Now, we all know the horror stories about the Exynos processors. We all know about the inefficiency, but hopefully they've gotten it together. Hopefully they've ironed some stuff out. Hopefully it's good. But I am happy because I am located in the States. So if I do decide to pick this one up, we got that Snapdragon flagship processor, baby. Oh yeah. Now it is an older processor, but it's still a good one. So good stuff there. Now moving on and talking about the cameras, right? Now the cameras on the S23 FE is a 50 megapixel primary wide angle lens and 8 megapixel telephoto, 3 times optical zoom lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, right? Now, all of the cameras are capable of recording up to 4K at 30 FPS, but only the primary camera is capable of recording at 8K up to 24 FPS or recording slow motion at 1080p up to 240 frames per second or 720p at 960 frames per second, super slow motion, right? Now, in terms of the front-facing camera, it is packing a 10 megapixel front-facing camera. And again, it is going to be capable of recording up to 4K, so good stuff there, right? Now, moving on down the line, we do have a stereo speaker setup. So one bottom firing speaker and one front firing speaker built into the receiver grill. So good stuff there. We are running a little bit of older Wi-Fi module in here with Wi-Fi 6E. It is currently up to Wi-Fi 7, but Wi-Fi 6 should still be good for a really long time. We do have the latest Bluetooth in here at Bluetooth 5.3 with all of the latest codecs. We do have the latest USB Type-C 3.2, and it is OTG compatible, so you can plug in things like hard drives, flash drives, other devices, you name it. So good stuff there. We do have an under-display fingerprint sensor, optical fingerprint sensor. Okay, similar to what we have in the A54 5G, so not quite the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that's in the flagships, but the optical fingerprint sensor that's in the A54 5G is still really good, and I think it should be just as good on the S23 FE. Alright, so good stuff there. And this is a big one. It is going to be coming with Samsung DeX support. It will pack a 4500 milliamp hour battery with 25 watt fast wired charging, well, fast for Samsung anyway, and 15 watt fast wireless charging, again, fast for Samsung anyway, and 4.5 watt reverse power share or reverse wireless charging to charge up your buds or your watches, anything that is Qi compatible. So good stuff there. And here are the colors that is coming in. So a mint, okay, a cream, a graphite, a purple, an indigo, and a tangerine. Now, the purple and the tangerine are Samsung exclusives, so those will only be available if you order them from Samsung online directly. But if you want to go in stores, you will have access to the mint, the cream, and the graphite, okay, as well as the indigo, okay. But that does it for the phone, right? And in all honesty, this seems like it may be a super solid phone, okay? Super solid indeed, all right? The only thing that I'm kind of bummed out about is this is supposed to be the fan edition and there's no micro SD card expansion. And this device is a newer device and it's not rocking Android 14 out of the box, and it's not rocking the latest One UI 6.0 out of the box, but that will come later on. All right. But all in all, it seems like a super solid device in my opinion, and I can't wait for the videos to start dropping on it, and I can't wait for it to be available in stores so I can go and check it out. I really might consider picking it up. And then also, as I said before, it comes in 128 at 8 gigs or 256. Now, in all honesty, because you don't have micro SD card expansion and Samsung does have a heavy operating system, the main components of the operating system are known to take up a lot of storage space over time, and you don't have micro SD card expansion. So I would actually recommend everyone go with the 256 gig option, right? Again, because you don't have micro SD card expansion, if you could swing the 256 gigs, I say you may want to rock with that. Now, moving on, let's talk about these young tablets. And I gotta say, I am very happy to see Samsung release some affordable tablet options with more premium options. Now, they do have their A series of tablets, but that's really not premium. That's really not high end. So I'm really happy to see them release something a little bit more premium and a little bit more high end, but also more affordable, because the Tab S9 series is basically a super premium tablet series, and it's not really affordable. So this S9 FE and S9 FE Plus, this is a little bit more affordable, still slightly a little pricey, but more affordable nevertheless. Let's get into it, right? So you got a full aluminum body with glass on the front. Now, they do not specify what type of glass. They just say IPS LCD. It is, however, a 90 hertz display, so you do have a higher refresh rate even on the low end version. Again, I can't distinguish the difference, so if I do pick this up or play with this in the stores, I will be turning that off. You do get better battery savings if you set your displays down to 60 hertz. And honestly, because I can't tell the difference, I'm more than happy to set it to 60 hertz and get the battery savings. This will come with a stylus. Again, this is IP68 waterproof. Up to a meter of water for 30 minutes should be good to go. So you can literally take this tablet anywhere, right? And they will have versions that are Wi-Fi only as well as LTE capable, all right? So you should be good to go in terms of connectivity for the tablet. And these tablets do come with your stylus. Now, I say stylus, I don't say S Pen, because these are pretty much basic stylus, okay? They don't have any Bluetooth capabilities or any other extra functionalities. These are basically just stylus, okay? Now, moving on, just like the phone, these will come with Android 13 out of the box and with One UI 5.1, but I am sure these will be upgradable to Android 14, One UI 6.0, and these do have Samsung's continued software promise. So 4 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches, right? Now, sadly, and I say this again, sadly, all of the tablets will be rocking Samsung's Exynos processor, and in particular, this is the same processor that you can say is basically found on the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G for both models. Now, where these models differ primarily is in display size. My bad. I said storage, and y'all can see the storages on these are basically the same, with the higher end version having 12 gigs, 256, and the lower end version coming with 6 gigs, 128, but also having an 8 gigs, 256 option. So you do have the bump in RAM for the higher end version, but other than that, These are basically the same tablet, just bigger displays. And you do have one additional camera on the rear for the higher end tablet. Okay, so you get an 8 megapixel primary wide camera and an 8 megapixel ultra wide, whereas on the baseline tablet you get a 8 megapixel wide. Okay, but you can record in up to 4K on the rear cameras on these tablets, and you can record in up to 4K with the front facing cameras on these tablets. Both front facing cameras are 12 megapixel wide angle cameras. These do have stereo speakers. Now, that is another thing that I'm kind of sad about. These don't have the quad speaker setups from something like the Tab S6 or the Tab S9, but they do have really good stereo speaker setups. So it is what it is. They had to cut corners and cost somewhere, but Samsung is still known for making some really good tablets. So I'm not really mad at that. I'm kind of sad about that, but I'm not really mad at that. Okay? And again, they're tuned by AKG, so they should sound really, really good. And they should have Dolby Atmos support. So again, really, really good sounding speakers on this, I'm sure. And then also, these also come with Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, so on and so forth, USB-C 3.2, and I do believe these are OTG compatible. Okay, and they do have a magnet pogo pin area, so you can get other accessories like tablet cases, folio cases, or keyboard accessories with built-in trackpads. That's what those pogo pins are for, and you can get those for these tablets. And again, other than that, they only differ in the cameras and the display, right? So again, on the smaller tablet, you're getting a 10.9 inch display, so basically an 11 inch display, and on the bigger tablet, you're getting a 12.4 inch display. Okay, so basically something similar to the Tab A series with the 10.5 inch display, just getting a slightly smaller one, and something similar to the iPad Pro series with the 12.4 inch display, just coming in a little bit smaller than the iPad, which is a 12.9 inch display with a 12.4 inch display. Alright, other than that, these do have differing batteries. So the smaller tablet has a 8,000 milliamp hour battery. These do both support 45 watt wired fast charging, well, fast for Samsung anyway, with quick charge 2.0 capabilities. Now, the bigger tablet is rocking the 10,000 milliamp hour battery, but other than that, they come in the same colors. And here you can see the model numbers. Okay, overall, really solid tablets. And again, I'll link up the extended coverage from some of my favorite content creators down below. Y'all know how I do with these discussion-based, specs-based videos. All right? And I do apologize because that last spec-based, discussion-based video, I kind of dropped it as soon as I finished recording it. So I really didn't have any extended content creator coverage to link up with it. So I will be adding extended content creator coverage as it becomes available to the video description, but no real coverage is out yet. That's why for the Pixel event, I didn't have extended coverage in the video description because no real coverage was out yet. All right. All you really had was first impressions and hands-on. That's not real coverage in my opinion. I need to see unboxings and actual first impressions, like 24-hour, 48-hour first impressions. A lot of those things you saw after the Google event were literally, okay, we invited you to the event. Okay, come to our showcasing area and give your first impressions. That's that. That's not a real first impressions. That's why I didn't link up any of that coverage for the Google event video that I did. All right. Now, moving on here, let's talk about the buds. And I'm really happy about the buds, but I'm also very sad as well. Why am I very happy about the buds? Because Samsung finally brought back the same design from the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. They just improved it and made it more user-friendly with a slight redesign. But I am very happy to see the air fins back and the redesigned touch button area back. Other than that, they did add in new features like active noise cancellation and transparency mode, but they did lose some of the battery life. So in particular, with ANC mode turned on, you're gonna get about what did they say? 6.5 hours of usage. With ANC turned off, you're gonna get about 8.5 hours of usage. All right, so that's definitely not as good as the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. That's why I'm very sad to hear that, but I am very happy to see that they brought that design back in a more modern package. So I'm very happy about that, and I definitely will be picking these buds up and bringing them to the channel. You guys and gals know I've covered all the Samsung Galaxy Buds to date, and I will be bringing these in and giving you guys and gals coverage and my opinions on them on the channel. So you guys get subscribed for that, and you follow me across all the social medias so you know when the coverage starts rolling out. Most likely it won't start rolling out till next year because I'm kind of backlogged on coverage right now. So this coverage probably won't start rolling out, at least for me, until next year. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a one-man band. I'm doing the best I can. Okay? But, yeah, let's look at these specifications here. So, like I said, improved redesign into a more modern design, but they're using the same design from the Buds Plus, just slightly redesigned. Okay? And you can see they're talking about the ANC and ambient or transparent modes. Okay? And Samsung does have the seamless connectivity between Galaxy or Android devices. So you can seamlessly connect this to something like your Galaxy Book or your Galaxy tablet or your Galaxy phone or your Galaxy Watch. Similar to what you can do with your AirPods, similar to what you can do with your Pixel Buds. You can do the same thing with your Galaxy Buds FE. So that's really, really good there as well. They talk about that right here. Seamless pairing and seamless connectivity across all your Galaxy devices. Okay. Transparency mode to help you hear your surroundings, and also offer up the ability for crystal clear phone calls. Okay. Again, seamlessly switch between all your Galaxy devices, whether that be your Samsung phone, your Samsung tablet, or your Samsung watch. You can seamlessly connect up and switch between all of them on the fly. Okay. Even connecting to your Samsung TVs. Okay. So really, really, really an extremely powerful pair of earbuds that can seamlessly connect across all of Samsung's lineup, whether it's a TV, whether it's a phone, whether it's a tablet, whether it's an earbud, whether it's a laptop, or whether it's a watch. It will connect up to all of it. Okay? Really, really good stuff there. Okay? And honestly, Samsung has done such a great job with expanding their ecosystem, but also offering really customizable software and productivity oriented features with DeX support and other features. This is why, in terms of Android land, Samsung is one of my go-to recommendations, right? Because they now have at least a phone that offers really good battery life. They always have had really good tablets. They've always had really good earbuds. They've always had really good watches. And this new FE series is just a continuation of Samsung's really good, you can say, dominance. Okay? But that covers the buds, that covers the tablet, and that covers the phone. And in all honesty, y'all, in terms of what you guys may or may not see on the channel, you may or may not see the phone on the channel, right? You may or may not see one of the tablets on the channel, but I can guarantee you guys that you will see the earbuds on the channel. $100 is squarely within the channel budget for earbud coverage, so you will see the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE covered on my channel. That being said, as always, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. If you did, you know what to do. Hope everyone is having a great day out there. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. And I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace. Oh yeah, man. Samsung really sneaky for that one. But they dropping that fire. They was like, hold on. We don't want to get left out here. Let's go ahead and drop something. Drop that fire. Right under Google's nose. Samsung, you sneaky for that. But you got some fire devices in the FE lineup this year. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Alright, have a good one, everybody. Catch y'all on the next one. We're out of here. Peace.